Hi. It's another late starting stream. Hold on. Can you hear? I mean, you can hear me. There we go. Now I got some. You should be able to hear the background music a little bit. Okay, I've got Radio Cutman in the background. Hi, Slick. Hi, Fortuna. How are you? Yeah, good old tech issues. Oh, of course, right? Of course, tech issues. Of freaking course. First, my audio was all jacked up. Then, after my audio was all jacked up, like the YouTube wasn't even working. So there's that. As far as you couldn't hear anything, it would immediately freeze pause. Camera issues where my camera wouldn't turn on and my computer's like, oh, we want to use this. Like, that's not a camera. Well, then disable it. No. Yeah. Oh, and to top it off, RPG Maker 2003 has been having problems since. Okay, last stream last week was fine. And then everything started falling apart after that. Apparently, there was a Windows update that screwed it up. Not the upgrade to 25 or whatever, but somewhere in the mix, something screwed it up where I have to. I'll just go ahead and jump in. Hi. Anyway, so here's what does work. Also, I want to make sure everything sounds good here. Okay, so here's what does work on the different layers here. Because, okay, my VX and MV work perfectly fine. But I'm making my game in 2003. It's just a thing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, point is, the base level here, I can put whatever I want as normal and it's fine. The mid level, the decorative level, I can, I can put whatever I want and it's fine. The event layer is where the problems are. Watch this. I'm going to click on Slick here. And normally, you see that? You see what just happened? The pop-up popped up and then vanished. That's not supposed to happen. So what I've had to do lately, someone told me on Reddit, is hit Alt-Escape. And then this pop-up, which should have popped up and stayed up as normal, would be here. And then every time there's a pop-up, I have to do that. Like if I wanted to change Slick here to somebody else, see, it disappeared again. I have to Alt-Escape again. And then I could pick, someone else to do that. Yeah. Or if I wanted to edit his text. Oh, that actually worked. But you get the idea. Okay, let's see if I want to add text. See? Again. You hear that? That's what it's been doing. So I have to Alt-Escape, and then I can type what I want. For anything that pops up, any pop-up, it's doing that. Nobody can figure out why. They said, oh, could it be 2 monitors thing? No, it's not a 2 monitor thing. Oh, could it be this? Could it be that? Nope. Nope. I tried running it in compatibility mode for Windows 7 and Windows 8. Same problem. Same exact problem. Oh, Windows 11, what did you do? Whatever. It slows me down, but it does not stop me. It's just a mild inconvenience. An annoying one, sure, but whatever. I can get through it. I can still dev, I can still do the things. Just, it's gonna take a little longer, that's all. Okay, enough complaining. But that's the deal here, that's what's going on. I can still make custom sprites and faces and all that goodness. So that's what we're here for. I want to decorate the mall. I would love to populate the mall, but you already saw it. It will be a challenge. But not if I just put generic NPCs in like all the seats here and just throw them one. Put one, copy and paste, and just throw them everywhere. That's an idea. Yeah, I want to decorate more. Actually, this looks pretty. I mean, it's pretty much fine. I do need to add more entrances because there's supposed to be 4 entrances. So I'm trying to figure out where would the 4 entrances lead to. All right, so let's go to base layer. How about one there? One there. Okay, instead of that one being there, one entrance goes here, and the other comes over here. Sure, that's fine. Now I have to move the event over here. And thankfully this one doesn't change. I will have to copy. Thankfully I can just paste. No problem. But now editing, here's where I have to alt tab. Okay. Or not alt tab. Oh. Will it let me? Almost. Okay. All right. Adjust that one. And that's good. Edit event. Okay, you know, it doesn't look too bad. So just takes an extra second, whatever. Meh. That's fine. That's fine. Edit that one. Yeah, I know it escaped. There's good. And then edit. Hi, Heya, how are you? It just works, right? Out of nowhere with the applause. Okay, so that at least is done. That's good. And now I need to, despite despite the fakeness, I am gonna manage somehow. Oh, I have had a lot of fakeness recently. Hope everyone else has not had fakeness. Though I see someone who's rather Zexy who just dropped in. How you doing, Zexy? Everyone, you should be following the Zexy Observer. Does a lot of Diablo, some audiobook work, and he's just a very Zexy boy. And you know, just all sorts of good vibes and whatnot over on his side. How you doing, Zexy? Hope you're having a good day. And this goes for everyone. May the fakeness not see you today. Seriously. Viral. Look at all the people hopping in. Yay! Okay, maybe the stream will be better than looking extra polished up top today. Yes, well, I did use some... oh, gosh. So, when I used to work at Universal Studios in Florida, we actually had a cleaner that, for, like, the steel railings and whatnot. Yes, I did work at Universal. And I can't remember the name of it offhand. But I wanted to make that joke. Oh, come on. What was the I can't remember the name of it. Oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of their product, but whatever. We used I want to say, yeah, I just used that. Well, hell. Anyway, that's the whole gag. Was I was like, yes, I used some extra stainless steel polish today. Don't I look fancy? All right, there's that one. But anyway, I hope everyone is having a good day. It's Monday. We're halfway through November already. What? What? We're more than halfway through November, actually. Um, let's see. Thanksgiving in the United States is next week. What? The building does look kind of like the outside of a Hollywood studio. I mean, yeah. Sound stages do look like that. True story. I have been to Universal Hollywood plenty of times. Plenty, actually. First time I went as an adult was 2007. And yeah, the sound stages. Oh, also when I worked in at Universal Florida, they also had sound stages. They weren't as open as some of these, but still. Why you burping, brah? Excuse you. All right, let's see. I've got that. I've got that. And don't forget, I can still make custom, within reason, sprites and faces. I was actually trying to work on a new image for like Sky Ninja, because I actually changed his sprite, believe it or not, and I'll show you. But little things, one at a time. Okay, so the item side is there. Yep. Okay. Raise your shields. Also, next week is my affiliate anniversary. 3 years. Only one problem. I don't know what to play. It will, the affiliate anniversary stream will be. Thank you. Yes, right? The thing is, I don't know what I'm gonna play. Gyromite. Funny thing, Viral. I actually have Gyromite. I'm not kidding. I will have to find it, and I actually have the cartridge. I mean, I could in theory. I do. I also have a Nintendo. I don't know if it does Nintendo, but I have a Super Nintendo emulator. But if I can find the actual cartridge, yes, I do have the cartridge. Ha ha ha. I also do have a Rob Robot. Now, this is the second time I've had to have the Rob Robot. The first time I bought it was like early was 2000, 2001. But I bought a robot on eBay. He had all the gear, all the everything, and Gyromite. I tested it. It worked. Never played it again, but it worked. Fast forward a lot of years, my Rob Robot and all this stuff was unfortunately lost. The hurricanes of 2004 really screwed everything up. Yeah, we won't go into that. But anyway, I do have a Rob Robot. I don't have all the necessary things for him to play Gyromite, but I do have the cartridge, I do have the robot, and I will wear the helmet. There we go. As you wish, Fortuna, as you wish. How are you doing? But I don't know how I would even play Gyromite on oh, Fairy Rain! Protection. I mean, Portal? Yeah, I have Portal and Portal 2. So I have no problem playing that. Honestly, Viral, I'll play Portal next week. So next week will be for affiliate anniversary. Yeah, I'll play Portal. Absolutely, no problem. I gotta think with portals, and why not? It's Portal is fun. Viral's dropping the fairies too. That goes there. Okay, now the real challenge.
Great Scott!
I know, right? Great Scott, indeed. Let's test this out to make sure I can go in and out of the mall. If you can't hear the game music, don't worry about it. Okay, that's the chicken entry and exit. Oh no, that's not the right way. Whoops. Okay, so the entry points. Okay, that entry point was correct. That one was correct. Second one, yes. Okay, that's the third entry spot, as it should. Chicken entry puts me there, but... Okay, gotta fix that. Ha 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 ha. You can hear that thing in the corner. What could that thing in the corner be? Maybe it's... Oh, robot. Okay, so I have to fix one of the exits. That should do it. Yeah, something's going on. Fortuna, are you having any issues with your RPG Maker? Okay, everyone's exiting correctly. What the hell is playing in the background? As I enter the streets. Maybe I can make the Alright, I can make the entrances, and I'll wait here. Yeah. So I got a bunch of houses. I'll put some more houses. I'm gonna put an apartment building down here. Okay, so that works. Sweet. Populating the mall. Yeah, that'll take time. Well, I should add some... Well... Too bad I don't have, like, lamps. I have torches, but it's interior. It's fine. What other decorations should there be? Clocks. There should be okay, let's go to mid-level. Let's see, put a clock up there. Yeah. Clock here. Clock there. And then No, I won't. I won't put any clocks here. That's fine. I'll put imagery. And I'll put that and this. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right, cool. Let's add. That's fine there. That's all fine there. Actually, I'll have two of those. Yeah. With one space. And then add these here. Why I put the books and the plates or the pots, I'm not even sure. These are all supposed to be like items and accessories here. Or maybe some of these will be jokes, but these will all be food vendors. So one of the things I plan on doing, okay, I have already gotten rid of Zania's heal spells, so that way you're gonna have to buy healing items, and there's gonna be a lot of healing items. Remember, one of my favorite games of all time was Earthbound. So because of that, guess what? There's gonna be tons of food to eat. Why not? I mean, Slick's Chicken Shack alone, I need to buff up his menu. And Slick, if you're still listening, I completely butchered typing Slick. Anyway, you can make a menu if you want your own menu. That's the beauty part. That's the beauty part of having your own shop, really. Is hey, you can technically have your own menu. Or if you want a mixed menu with items plus your own stuff, like, like Fortuna has her chamomile tea, it's all good. All right, that's all. That looks good here. All right, let's put a couple barrels around. That's fine there. Okay, so for all my Americans, what are your plans for Thanksgiving? I'm gonna be at home, and I actually bought a pumpkin cheesecake from Trader Joe's that we're gonna be having. Yum. Other than that, it's gonna be just here. Yay for extra days off, but meh, whatever. My paycheck is crying. All right, let's. Oh, there's lanterns. No, I do not want that. Oh, I do not want that. But in between each, sure. And Slick gets a lantern. All right, that's fine. Let's see, we got. Drop some pots around here. Wait, is this trash? This is trash. Let's put a couple trash cans. I know those are buckets, but as far as I'm concerned, those are the trash cans. Because I don't have trash cans any other way. So there's trash buckets. All right, that's going on. All right, 3 trash cans here. Three trash cans there. Trash cans here. So, true story, when I would play like Roller Coaster Tycoon or similar games like that, I would make sure that there were plenty of trash cans. I mean, you got to. I should add a redeem for theme park stories because I have so many stories from when I worked at Universal in Florida. I worked there for 15 years after all. Come on. I've seen some things, good things, bad things, funny things. I've seen plenty of celebrities. I've made fun of some celebrities to their face, but in ways that they knew I was just teasing them. The good kind, or in a clever, trolly way that they're like, "Bro, what?" And it's kind of fun. Yeah, nothing that would ever get me in trouble, because no. Again, the fun kind. Like, for example, one year Ellen DeGeneres, before it was found out that she was a complete piece of shit, to her staff. Anyway, she was taping for her show, and I was working at a water ride, and the water ride had to make sure that only like her crew would be loaded at the time. There had to be a gap before and after her crew came on, and I actually loaded her boat, her log. It was her log because it was the Dudley Do Right ride. It's a log flume. So I load the log. I secure. I make sure everything is good. And I say, as right as the boat's about to go, I'm like, "Good luck, everyone! Remember, the water's freezing cold." because the whole thing is it's Canada themed. Dudley Do Right of the Mounties, the Canadian Mounties, and one of her crew and looks back like, wait, what? The water's cold. Like, yep, bye. That that kind of thing, or seeing one of the guys from whatever fucking boy bands were popular in the early 2000s. One of them I was loading on Doctor Doom's Fearfall, which was a shot tower, and I just saw his shirt. It said it was WWJD for a Klondike bar, and I just looked at it, looked at his shirt, looked at him, and I said, "Dude, cool shirt." He just smiled at me. That kind of stuff. Like just silly stuff, or wrestlers when they would be when WWF WWE would be visiting, telling them things like, all right, just, and whatever you do, don't lay the smack down on like dinosaurs if it was Jurassic Park, stupid stuff like that. Am I sure I'm not a fairy in disguise? Well, Fortuna, if I am, you could say that it's a very good disguise, eh? um Very funny, I know, right? Me? Puns? Never. I would never, ever, ever make punny jokes. Me? No. Now, okay, besides some of that silliness, one thing that did work was actually really cool, and my buddy Slick here can attest to it. I know he's in lurk mode, but if he can somehow hear it, he knows. In 2009, yes, that long ago, this is when I was living in Florida. One of my other friends, she was setting up a get together for a whole bunch of us from a video game forum. And I was helping, of course, because we both lived in Florida. And while she was setting up the main thing, I was working behind the scenes for the Universal trip, because of course I was going to get everyone into Universal for free. I had enough tickets. That was easy. So that was no problem. One of the guys even pulled me over when he realized, holy crap, dude, this would have been like $1,000 day. Like, yep, and everybody gets a ticket. We get to go in for free. And that's cool. One friend, she had an annual pass that I had gotten, because when you work at Universal, if you donate a portion of your paycheck to charity, you can get things like an annual pass. So why not? So I had one person with the annual pass. That's one car full of free parking. Me, who worked there, free car, free parking, and then everyone else just pitched in for the one car that had to pay for parking. Okay, whatever. But that's not the coolest thing. The coolest thing was that my supervisor at the time, he and I got along so well that when I asked him if there's any way possible to do something that they don't do anymore. They used to be able to, and I think they still can, at least in cases of like guest recovery, but supervisors and above have business cards, and they can write on them, please allow this party of up to 6 through the express line, which is basically the speed pass, fast pass, whatever. It's not as fast as VIP, but it's close. So he actually did give me 2 business cards for the total. There were 12 of us. So that all 12 of us were able to, not only did we get into the theme park for free, get discounts because the employee and the annual pass holder. But every ride, we got to zip right through the express line. Yeah, it was an awesome day. It was a damn good day. And all the friends who were there were like, this is the most awesome thing ever. We get to go to Universal for free, big discounts, skipping lines. Fuck yes. That was a good day. That was good times. Okay, so those are the trash cans. But yeah, I've got theme park stories out there. Woo hoo hoo. Yeah, I'll still put these. No, I'll put. Where's the armor guys? My stepmom is trying to encourage me to. Okay, I may, if I do have to move back to Florida, which is a possibility. It's always been a possibility in case my dad and or stepmom's health goes way down and they need help. That's part of the deal. But she's trying to get me to, like, if I do move back, oh, just get your job at Universal again. No. I Despite all the good stuff, that I had a lot of issues. There were days where I just wanted to rage quit, and because if you have a terrible manager, and everyone knows this from experience, a terrible manager or terrible supervisor is enough to get you to quit. Even a terrible team lead. I once had a team lead write me up because my theming wasn't proper. I was saying things to the theme of the attraction that I was working at, but because it wasn't the approved or whatever nonsense, I got a write up for it. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? You're writing me up because my theming wasn't completely perfect. Oh, I went off. I went off on that team lead. Actually, I didn't go off on the team lead, but in the write up, there's a chance for, employee comments. That's where I went off. To the point that the very next day, like, yeah, this is bad. I'm like, you're damn right it is. And I was able to transfer to a different attraction the next day. While in the process of trying to already trying to transfer to a different attraction to begin with. It was one of those, we need to get you out of here and get you somewhere else because, yikes. Not that anyone was in danger or anything, but they could tell that I was, yeah. When you get written up for not properly theming, even though you're making funny, guests are loving it. Yeah, it's time to go somewhere else. And I did. I got to work eventually did get to work at Back to the Future, which was awesome. When I worked at Back to the Future, that was the only time I ever got Employee of the Month. Not only for the ride that I worked at, but I got what's called the Bravo Award, which is the divisional Employee of the Month. Upfront parking, bonuses. It was good times. Back to the Future was my favorite place that I ever worked at. I even stole, not really stole, but I had one of the Back to the Future ride shirts given to me. It was supposed to be signed out, but for whatever reason, wasn't properly signed out to me, so I'm like, oh, holy shit. Yoink. And I can admit that because, one, I'm not going to be working at Universal again, and two, this was over 20 years ago that it happened, which is a lot when you think about it. Holy fuck, it's been that long. But the point is, the Back to the Future ride t-shirt, which looks like Doc Brown's shirt from Back to the Future 2. Hi, Arthur! I actually obtained it and sent it to a friend of mine who is a super huge Back to the Future nerd. And he's like, this is the coolest thing ever. And he still has it. Mech Warrior, nice. Everyone, go follow Arthur. Cool guy. Streams a lot of like Stellaris, Mech Warrior, whatnot. Arthur, I have not yet looked through what you sent me. I'm going to be doing that after stream. The weekends for me, Saturday, Sunday, are just... I'm always so flipping busy doing all the things. Yeah, what my work schedule always packed full. And just trying to get things done. I always packed full. It's yeah. So now finally I have a chance to after stream I will be able to read through, do all the things, get a good feel and whatnot. Yeah, yeah. That's what's going on. You still have yet to edit and send the big parts to several people. Understandable. Um, Arthur, if you still have roles that are unfilled, are you part of the voice acting club Discord or the casting call club Discord? All right, this is fine here. Yeah, this is fine here. Zoom. Uh, no, this is casting call club. It's the Discord. There's also the voice acting club Discord. If you're if anything, I would say get into the voice acting club Discord. You can recruit people there. There's the casting calls section. There are 3 roles that you have unfilled that you're starting to worry about. Again, cast the voice acting club Discord, or of course, or that website, Casting Call Club. CCC, as it's also known as. Free, and you can a lot of people. That's where they start out and regularly use. I have gotten many little roles in there. 2 female parts, 1 older, 1 younger, and a male. Age indeterminate, but a very deep natural Asian accent. You're gonna have to be way more specific with. Oh, Casting Call Club is the one you were saying. Okay, gotcha. Natural Asian accent. There's a lot that could be. That could be Chinese, Japanese, Taiwanese, Thai, Korean, um, Laos, whatever they are, Vietnamese. There's all. They all work. Okay, so just any like Eastern or Southeast Asian kind of accent. Okay, all good. Um, okay, this is good here. This needs a decoration on the side, but this is customer service. What should go on the sides of the customer service? No, not the goddesses. I want to put something on the sides here. Cabinet, cabinet. There we go. Why are there cabinets near the customer service desk? Because there are. Okay, everything's fine here. Yes, yes, yes. And again, I still have not fixed or figured out what the problem is with the event layer or the pop-up layer where that happens. I hit all I can do is hit Alt Escape and it pulls up. Meh. Alright, so anyway, back to the designing. I think this mall looks pretty good. This is Slick's Chicken Shack here. I have the stairs for the down leading down. Those will not be a map that the player can access. That's just to give the hint that hey, there's a lower level, and that's where like, employees come through or whatnot or something. I don't know. You haven't seen anyone advertising on Casting Call that you would consider seeing it. I mean, plenty of free options. You can always do like, hey, just free stuff on Casting Call. Even when I had ran Tragedy Mansion, I had a micro budget, and I still got people on Casting Call who were happy, like, yeah, I'll audition, I'll audition, I'll audition. It's all good. Everyone got paid at least $50. Well, those who wanted it. Some are like, nah, you're gonna have to pay me like, okay. Those were more the friends. The regular voice actors were like, hell yeah, thanks for the money, dude. This is all fine here. Yes. The tea's there. Yeah, I don't need to put the plates of tomatoes. The chickens there are fine. I think this mall is not complete. There need to be more decorations. But I don't have like a fountain. Do I? No, I don't. Blah. All right, let me. What if I just put a random pool of water? You're like, surprise water. No, no. I didn't give a lot of like mid space to the mall here. That's okay. I'm pretty sure I can fit a fountain, but I'm gonna have to go into the event layer, which I'm not looking forward to, cause yeah, there's the whole pop-ups disappearing issue. See that? Okay, let's look through and see if I've got a fountain or something fun like that. Oh, by the way, in this 3DX, I changed. That's the only difference. I changed Sky Ninja. I'll show you again. First, do I have a fountain? I have a plan for these slimes, the various slimes, by the way. Not that it matters right now, but I do. I have a plan for them. There's a toilet, but I don't need the toilets in here. Is the plan to make them dissolve clothing? No, it's gonna be a sequence in Monster Town. I've got this ridiculous idea, and it's just gonna be this little sequence that happens. Why is it gonna happen? Because just for the hell of it. You know how in RPGs sometimes there's a sequence that just happens. That's it. That's all. It's just flavor. Urban Legend, how are you, my good sir? Oh, Urban Legend, I'm glad you're here. I want to show you. I've got something I want to show you. Yes, you. After I look for this fountain. Actually, a couple things. There was a scene where they were using slimes instead of. Ah, ha, ha, ha. That's funny. Well, life is sweet right now. I'm um I'm getting by. That's the best I can say. Oh, Urban Legend, look at the screen and look what you see. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm glad things are going well for you. Things right for me, yeah, they're going. They're going. Getting by is better than most. Yeah. Okay, I don't seem to have like a fun little fountain here. Okay, that's no problem. Alright, so we won't worry about that. So, Urban Legend, I have a character generator that I picked up. And let's just pick whatever, the green body type, who cares? Anyway, different body colors, shapes, whatnot. Yeah, that's the cool part about it. I found a character generator that lets me, pick, like, okay, I can pick gray skin, dark skin, light skin. Uh, we'll go with this one for right now. So that's cool. And then the heads, different faces, and then of course I can put this face, and then I can, like this. Now they have a purple head. Now they have dark skin. Now this one has a red head, quite literal. But you get the idea. You can have this, or I can go to that guy, or whatever. So, all of that's cool. But this is where you're going to get a kick out of it. Okay, let's put some... Alright, now let's turn this to a girl with with a big old hair. Or this hair. Or, let's use the Miku hair. I believe somebody wanted a character with a chainmail bikini. Correct? So I can, with that suit on her, I forget what so not exactly chainmail colored, but you get the idea. They yes. You're still dreaming of topping Tales of the Shire using one. Yes. I can make a chainmail bikini, a character with basically a chainmail bikini. Because I remember how you were always going on about it. And now it can in fact happen. It can absolutely happen. Yeah. So that is a thing. I can have characters any skin color, whatever, it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna have plenty of black characters, light white characters, yellow. Who cares? Who cares? I can do that. It's a fantasy world. I can have a character with a freaking with a frog's head if I wanted to. A frog head with yeah, it's still like a frog head in a chainmail bikini if I want to, because who fucking cares? The chainmail bikini girl will be the dreadnought who is utterly glass cannon dodge tank. Whoa. Yeah, there you go. A frog-headed person with yeah, that is absolutely a thing I can make. And I can always change it, or whoops, hold on. If someone's like, "Hey, I want to be a furry character." Okay, here you go. There you go. You got a furry. Boom. You want different colored armor? Okay. There you go. Now you can have a furry character. They hit hard. Oh, okay. Those kind. Got it. But yes, Urban Legend, I wanted to show you that. And I love showing that to people now because yeah, I can if you want a custom character, I can make it within a lot of reason. So, yeah. That's a cool thing. All right, I am going to. So, with all that, I'm actually gonna run a quick break. I'm gonna refill my water, and I'm gonna run some ads for about 3 minutes. So everyone, hang tight, grab a snack, drink, whatever you might need. I will catch you in 3 minutes, and we will continue with the world making. See you in a few minutes. welcome back from the break. Hope you had a nice break. I love that. You crazy son of a bitch. Yes, I love the fact that and the funny thing about that program, the character generator, is that I was trying to find out when I got RPG Maker. So I was stumbling through Steam and I found a community post that had a link to just that. Oh, and it gets better. There's also a face maker. The face maker doesn't let me do as cool of stuff. Like, I can't do any monsters. But I can make, I can adjust. And this is for the character portraits. And unfortunately, their beard only has a mustache, an Abe Lincoln beard, a fancy mustache, or stubble. But for the face, I can go, I can have purple faces, dark skin, olive skin, orange. Again, who cares? Like, you can do that. Let's make this person there. Have a green. Let's go with green. Why not? And then I can give them, like a different kind of hat, helmet. Like, there you go. Now we got a cow. He's a cowboy, or it can be a cowgirl. Because I can add, hair, and then. So you get the idea here. And I can make the face, and then that would be a character's pop-up face. So that's another thing I've got. Yeah, I'm gonna close that. In fact, I'll show you some of what I've what's been going on here. I gotta click in it. Okay, yeah, the character faces being, like those. Or down here by the houses in the crop circle, there's a little alien girl. See, I made her face in that app. And of course her character in said app as well. And I'm seeing that white you know what? I have to fix her face thing, because that white line is annoying me. Yeah, that's something I'll have to clean up. No big deal. Easy fixes, easy fixing. Okay, here's the mall. Here's all my vendors who don't have anything yet. Here's Slick. He's got his chicken shack. Also, you can see now Sky Ninja. He doesn't have a slashed out eye anymore. He can see normally. And then these vendors. Slick said he wanted to sell chicken because he actually does have he streams, and his whole thing is it's his chicken shack, so why not, right? And then this guy up here, Lucha Vandross, who also streams. I put his armor to be similar to the Jamaican flag because he has Jamaican heritage. And his thing is, he's like, hell yeah, I'll be a weapon seller. So that's his thing. And you got some good gear. I have to make these so that she can use them. And I still love this guy here. He's like, I exist in this moment. What about the next? Will I be here in an hour? A day? A week? I might not even be the same person by then. Existential crisis! That is obviously a placeholder guy. Customer service. I hope your shopping experience was perfect. Why is the customer service manager a cat? Hello, it's my game is not that serious. The main story, yeah, with all the military betrayal and memory issues and whatnot, that's serious stuff. But the towns are where you come for your reprieve. That's where you come and meet silly NPCs. That's where you get to engage on fun quests. Okay, this all looks good. This, towns where you're just walking around. Yeah, it's rainy. And then you go into this really fancy hotel where the prices are outrageous, and everyone's like, this is the rich, snobby hotel. But you can tell it's fancy. I mean, it's got a waterfall. See, look, the waterfall. And this is the restaurant. Bistro de Glute. Oh, that's right. This is who I can. I have to increase the prices of everything. Like that. Do you have a reservation? No, then please leave. Yeah, a salad costs 700 gold, and that's the least. And then I'm eventually gonna add the third floor. But I have a super swanky hotel and a lower level. So yeah, super swanky hotel. And then I will add a much more affordable hotel. Because all this area down here, apartment building and a hotel. Small hotel. Why is the town rating in the town? Because why not? And as of right now, this line is the only way to get out of the town. Okay, I've got to fix something there. I'm gonna erase one of those bushes. Those bushes, actually. I mean, Tommy, who used to work on the docks. That's a bit of what's been added. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and mid-level. There. Now it's going to be easier to get around. Okay, that's that. Actually, I can do it something simpler. Well, no, I'm still going to get rid of... I'm going to move the lion... up there. That's it. That'll be make it easier to get around. Cool. We got all the docks. Fishing, I will eventually fix up the mini game, but I do have plans for a fishing mechanic. Extremely rudimentary right now, but still. All right, and I was talking about building a apartment. So let's build some apartments. All right, this is gonna be the apartment building start. Okay, that'll do. Boom, boom, boom. That's gonna be the apartment. Might not look very tall, but hey, you know what? People fit in here. Okay, the apartment building needs a roof. There we go. Got the roof. Should the apartment building be bigger? Yes. But not too much. Three. Yeah, that's it. Three. A difference of three. All right. Those are the apartments. I need a door. Or two. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine for the apartments. And then let's put some windows up here. Oh, it's off. All right. Reduce the size of the apartment by 1 then. think, yep, that's fine. That's fine. That looks good. And then, I'll just have to move the door. Whoops. That's the fun of building here. Sometimes you go whoopsie a little bit. All right. Lower layer here. Bye bye. Yeah, those are the doors. Everything is spaced out. Perfect. All right, cool. Oh, I don't have any mailboxes out here. And then, of course, you gotta have a mailbox for the apartments. Sweet. So people live there. Yeah, that looks good. So it's just I can talk. It's a simple apartment building. Now, whether or not people will be able to go into it as far as players, I haven't decided yet. But it's an apartment building. And how would I build a barn? That is one thing I don't know how to do is how would I build a barn with what I've got here? Because the gag is they say sleep in a barn or something, and I want to build a barn, but I don't have, a barn. I'm not even sure what that's supposed to be. Nah, that doesn't. Nah, that just doesn't look right for whatever I'm trying to build here. I want it to be a barn. I say. But it doesn't have to be a barn. Yeah, not that. Not that. This is the tricky part. Oh, this is how. No, not that. This is gonna be small, but you know what? This will be fine. This should be the barn then. Not feeling that one. Okay, this can be the little barn here. Yeah, this could be a barn. All right, let's make a barn. All right, I need the exterior side. All right, so let's save quick. Oh, come on. No, I want that much. That much. Thank you. Yes, I want that. Okay. That's good so far. Go to the mid-level here. That's fine. I'm gonna erase part of that. And let's apply that there. No. Okay, that's fine. And then we go back to the base layer here. Does that match? Let's go and get rid of the windows. Yeah, that's all correct there. Okay. Yep, this is the barn. Yeah, this is gonna be the other inn. I'll do my best to make it barn like inside. Alright, let's put the much less expensive inn. And then They're only, yeah, not even Windows. Effie, what's up, dude? How goes it, my good sir? Everyone go follow FeSec2 if you're not already. Fantastic streamer. Plays a lot of retro stuff like Grim Fandango, as he was playing. Did some Luigi's Mansion recently. Just good vibes, silly times. Yeah, that stuff. But of course. So, Effie, I am back at it with RPG Maker. I've been showing people a lot of progress I've made. And I don't know if you were here last week when I was so excited to show off. Let me save this first real quick. The character creator that I have. Writing out the last bit of work and then you're free. Freedom! Thank you. Thank you. Oh, the houses look cool. Yeah, so what I've got here is I've got a bunch of houses up here. Then down here, this is the apartment building. And this is this little shack here is the Riggy 2K. When you see RPG Maker 2003, you gotta follow. Appreciate it, Riggy. Do you? I'm guessing by the name that you also make stuff in 2K3. But welcome in, welcome in. You do, well, you did. So Riggy, I want to show you something that there's an issue that has only recently popped up. I brought it up on Twitter. No, Twitter. Fuck Twitter. No. Reddit. Reddit, as well as the RPG Maker forums. I don't know why I said Twitter. Problem with events. It was fine literally last week. I think it's a Windows issue. Though I tried running it in Windows compatibility mode and it didn't work. You see that? Is that what just happened? I went to open up the menu for the sign here and it disappeared. Obviously, it's not supposed to do that. But if I push Alt Escape, it comes back up. Yeah, I've been trying to get answers to how to fix that, and it's nothing. But Riggy, what did you make in 2K3? Did you make anything? Yeah, was it just for fun? Did you publish anything? Yeah, I have only started experiencing that since Thursday or so. You made a game called Deluge on Steam, and you're working on a remaking MZ. Cool. Let me look it up on Steam. Mine is called Mystery of the Sky Temple. There's a playable demo on itch, and I'm in 2003 because for a few obvious reasons. One, aesthetic. I grew up with the 16-bit aesthetic, so that's my thing. And I grabbed this for $2 last year. $2. I grabbed MV for like 6, and VX Ace was free. RPG Maker 2003 is super powerful. This one. Yeah, there's a lot I don't I don't know how to do in 2003. There's like a lot. This looks cool. I know there's a lot of things involving pictures. I have no idea how. Plugins, yeah. Hi to me, how are you? Okay, so this is quite cool. This looks cute. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the wish list for right now. $1. I can grab that in a minute here. But I've got that. Yeah, there was also this game that was made in 2003, Betrayed Alliance. Oh, I believe me, there's a lot I would love to know, like how to properly use pictures and whatnot. I'm doing the best I can with what I've got so far. My the demo you can check out on again on itch, it should pop up, but if not, it's yeah, that's where you can grab the demo. And I've been just enjoying. Okay, let's get into the world here. So, I'll show you, Riggy. I'll show you a lot more in a second here. So, um, this this is the swanky hotel called the Grand Hotel of Jankville. Oh, there it is. There's the pop up. So, to me, it's a mix. So, I have all the I have default assets. These right here that you see in front of me are not default. These I grabbed from I forget where, but online. So I grabbed those. I do, however, have some assets that I modified. The turtles were given to me by another developer. I found a bunch of assets through RPG Maker Web. A ton of them through the web. And then... okay, like this guy here, I had to create. I have a sprite, so I can obviously go in and modify the standard sprites. So there's two ways I can do that. I can, go in and change hair colors. I have that. I'm working on that for the fairies. However, this guy here, Slick, and Lucha here, as well as, we'll exit out here. Whoa, nope, over here. Around the houses. Kitsuli. I'll show you the programs I used to make her. Okay. So this is the small little inn. This is the little barn inn. And these are going to be apartments. Alright, let's go talk to the lion to get out. But the rest of this, all yeah, I've got a lot of silly characters. Now like all of this is just the stock stuff. We phase through because I can. Got a big old pub full of people. Yes, you can talk to every single one. The bottom half is all, and this column are all either game devs, streamers, or people I know in real life. Everyone on the upper side, they just have flavor text. Yeah, it is. I've got yeah, lots of little flavor text. Some things that give hints, others are just silly. Like what's your I'm waiting to order. Wait, you're not Maria. Who's Maria? She's just one of the waitresses. Or this person. You look familiar for some reason. Ooh. Or this guy who's like, he wants to just shred waves. You know, just a surfer. This girl's like, I'm on a date with a rock star. She might faceplant into her pasta. Yep. What's up, good looking? I'm Manny the K-Man. That's a reference to Earthbound, by the way. Man K-Man. I sing the hottest tunes this side of the continent. My hits include It Ain't Love If I'm Dragging My Tail, Battle 11, Storming the Castle for Love. Who else? One of them had... I've got like this person. Thank goodness the industry right here. That ale sure strong. So yes, I have drunk people. Beach season is almost here. We're on a date. What's a date? They're just cute little interactions. Yeah, Battle 11. So, the important thing is that this game is not too serious. The storyline, yes. But the towns you come in, and, this character I need to rename to Timmy. I fell down this well once, now I make sure no one else falls in. Because even she says it. Little Timmy fell down the well. He thought there was a magic frog in it. You know, all sorts of different houses. And then we're gonna phase through this. Fortuna, who pops out in here. She has a shop. Now, other fairies are not so friendly, we'll say. Maybe there's a little mischievous ones. Like this one. Okay, Kobe, when I give the command, you pounce. Pup will never know what hit it. Pounce on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Who are you? I wasn't plotting any mischief, I swear. And whatever you do, don't snoop around in the mayor's bedroom. Bye! You know, little mischievous fairies that are all over the place. There's the exit. You know, I got like a cave. Whoops. Alright. I do have, of course, random battles in certain parts of the world, like here. She's got ice powers, and he's got ninja skills. I've got a big old castle, central castle here. And, you know, like this guy. Hold on. Hey, can you keep a secret? Yes. Queen Supreme is my cousin's sister's best friend's former roommate. Yes. Spaceballs. There are a lot of Spaceballs and other silly references. The first town I worked on, I used so Ninja Connor's website YouTube tutorials for RPG Maker were what I used to help design the world and this first town and a few pieces of it, all of which, I mean, I'm keeping those all in. But I added, you know, I learned from that, and then just grew from there. Yeah, there's a zombie in the fence here. Why? Because there's a zombie in the fence. Gotta keep the zombies somewhere, yeah. And my airship is a flying tank. So you can see, you know, different parts of the world. Whee! It's not a big world. Monster Village is in here. See, look, we're already back at the town. Hidden bonus area, important area, and a couple of islands just around. Small world because this is my first, you know, gaming, like, as far as building and making a game. This is my first foray into it. So I figured, why not have a whole lot of fun? And to avoid scope creep, I am not, whatever's on the map, that's it. That's it. Whatever is physically on the map is it. Everything within that's a different story. Like Southtown, I'm building that up. The monster town over here has to be built. The towers, they all need their stuff built. The internal of this place and this place need to be built. That's the main things. And then, if you want lore, I put a lot of lore and whatnot here in the library. Because where else? You can read all these books. Some are jokes here. You're like, How to Write Books by Bookie Writer Man. Or, you pick up a book titled Stop Reading Books by Contradiction. And then you have the serious books that give you, you know, insights to various things. A little bit of politics, of how the political system works. That kind of stuff. And maybe, just maybe, you have the characters like a savior circle. They only appear indoors or in caves. Why would everyone be in a library? Why would there be a savior game circle in the library? Yep, there's a mimic. There's absolutely a mimic. And that's actually a boss. There are a couple of those of things like that where you're gonna like, oh, I'm just gonna explore here. Why am I fighting a monster? So there's a little bit of trolling, but a lot of just having fun. That's the main thing. A little bit of serious, a lot of silly. A lot of silly. This is my world map. That's it. That's the world map. That's what I got to work with. And that's all I'm working with. Because again, I don't want to be like, oh, I want to add this and this and this and this and this, and then I'm still not, and I just give up. No, I'm working with what I've got. I said, okay, this is the size of the world. This is what I have. That's what I'm going to work with. And the goal is to have the entire game be, in theory, 10 hours or so. The demo that I have right now, depending on how thorough you are, can be for anywhere from 1 to 3 hours. Just depending on how thorough you are and how much grinding you do. So I'm saying 10, maybe 20 if you like grind and read everything and do everything and try to and backtrack. That's the target scope, is no more than 20 hours. I mean, this is it for the map. So, yeah. But cutscenes are going to gobble up a lot. Okay, so character creator. Again, I have a sprite, so I can go in and go into the various things and change like this girl. I can change her hair color. I could change this one's outfit, that kind of thing. I can do that in a sprite, sure. I've done that. But I also found this one. I found this through Steam. This lets me Keras.ex. I can have kid-sized characters. The mid-size is the standard. And I can even monsters, the different body types. So I'll just use the mid character. And I can generate whatever. Okay, I want to have a character with green skin? Sure. Light skin? Dark skin? Okay. Red skin? Sure. And then, of course, if I'm like, you know what, let me tweak it a little more, I can, boop, boop, boop. Make them more green. Whatever. And then I've got the different heads. Okay. You want to use this one? Sure. You want to change it up so it's a more red face? Okay. Boom, you can do that. You want to have this guy except make him darker? Okay, you can make him darker. You'll use this guy instead and to reset to default. Boom, you can do that. You can totally do that. And of course, you got all different hairstyles. Yes, some might look like, that looks a lot like someone from Final Fantasy VII. Or that looks like Miku. Or whatever. So some characters are going to have, are obviously, not stock, and I will be making and importing. Like this Vegeta looking hair. Or this one surprised me, like, what is this thin one? It's a freaking giant ass mohawk. Hi, Saber. My cat's right next to me. I thought I had like leather gear for this dude. There we go. So yeah, I could have like a punk looking guy right there if I wanted to. With a mohawk, because why not? And a sword on his back. Again, because why not? Because you can do that. So that's something. That way I can add more characters of pretty much any kind. Or can give this punky dude like angel wings. Like, yeah, I'm a good punk, man. I'm totally cool. I mean, I'm angelic. Yes, isn't it though? And I can even give him. Oh, he's a fancy mustache. I'll give him a mustache, but let's change his suit to. Yeah, so that's the thing I can do. I can make custom sprites for people within the parameters of this. And I got a face maker, not which is not as detailed, but again, I can facial adjustments, skin color, the hair. You can also move hair. Well, this person doesn't have any hair. There, see, like that. I can do that and give them, say, like that kind of hair. I can move up or down. So that kind of thing. And this is for the yeah, they can have shirts. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Those are all options. Yeah, go away. That I could do. I found I found that through Steam while trying to find out when did I get this software again? Yeah, that's what's happening. Okay, so I've got the apartments, I've got the inn. What else should go in here, or is this enough? Well, okay, obviously I need a road to complete the roads. Roads? Where are we going? We don't need roads. Oh, I'm gonna have to. The crop circle's gonna have to go. Let's go. Alright, let's make this crop circles again, but smaller this time. Nope. Okay, we'll try. Alright, and then There. You got a new crops. New crops. My cabbages. I know. Hey, they had to be relocated, but they still got them. Sorry, man. Someone had to build roads. Oh no, I don't. I no, so I want to switch to straight. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's gonna have to be moved right there. I better save because it's gonna do the pop up, the pop down thing. Okay, let's go in here. The Southtown Apartments. There we go. So now you got, yeah, the apartments are down here. Let's back to building a road. Okay, there's that, and then I just straight shot it from here. Yoink. There we go. And that looks good. All right, let's clear this out right here. Boop, 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 boop. And we got a nice looking road here. Yeah. All right, let's go back to the midsection. I wish I had a fountain. Well, let's go to half view. Let's put the goddess statues right there. And then actually let's go back and add a road. No, not like that. Put a Yep, just like that. Perfect. I've only started messing with roads a bit more fairly recently. But yeah, hey, we got roadways, we got pathways. Why not, right? The other towns don't have them as much, but I'm probably gonna change that up here pretty soon. But first, I'm going to take another break here. I'm gonna run some ads. I've got to refill my water again because yeah, robots got to stay hydrated. Anyway, I'm gonna run some ads, and I will catch everyone in about 3 minutes. So grab a snack, refill your drink, use a restroom, whatever you need to do, and I will see you in a bit. Be back momentarily. Hi. So, welcome back from the break. I hope everyone had a nice break and got a chance to relax. And I left my water outside. I'm a silly robot. 1 second. anyway, we're going to keep building for another 30, 45 minutes or so. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Had a late start because of tech issues. First, VTube. Okay. My microphone didn't want to work right. My audio was laggy. My VTuber wasn't working. But then, I got everything to work. Everything was working exactly as it's supposed to. With the strong exception of RPG Maker. Because I already showed everyone. The event thing goes away. It does that. Which is just annoying. I have to push Alt Escape to pull it up. Could be worse. Could be infinitely worse. My whole project could just go and die. Which would make me a sad robo. Thankfully, I do something that all game devs, voice actors, and general creatives should do. Back up your work. Seriously, just upload it to like Google Drive or Dropbox periodically. That way, if you lose it, it's safe, and hopefully you don't lose too much work. I would rather lose today's work than lose the entire project. Obviously. Of course, I'd rather not lose any work, but you get the idea. Hello, Maximum Sharpie. It is still coming along. This is another town I've been working on. The demo is available. I don't know if you saw it. It's just you can scroll up and if you want to play the demo. But it is coming along. Working on Southtown. I've got the Grand Hotel being built up quite nicely. The mall over here is complete-ish. Reminds you of Dragon Warrior 3. I mean, this is all old school inspired because that was my childhood. Everyone always wants to relive their childhood, but I don't blame them. Funny thing is, I didn't get very far in Dragon Warrior 3 or Dragon Quest 3, whatever you want to call it. I don't remember why. I was playing it and then I got like distracted. I played the first one. That was the first Dragon Warrior for a Nintendo was the first RPG I ever played ever. I would eventually play Dragon Quest 2 and 5, but not so much of the others. Just kind of happened. I've played most of the Final Fantasies. I played 1, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10-2, 12. Yeah, that's it for the Final Fantasies. Also Mystic Quest. Yeah, that's it. A friend of yours was joking you should remake Dragon Warrior 3 using MV. You laughed and then your brain paused. You had that haha. Wait a minute. I mean, you could make Dragon Warrior 3 or remake it. You could also make a legally distinct version of it. You know, you just change up enough names, characters, whatnot, so that it's not Dragon Warrior 3, Dragon Quest 3. Yes, that's the thing. Parodies are so much fun because when you have love for something and you parody it, that shows that you're like the real love for it. Mel Brooks is one of my favorite movie directors, which is why like that kind of stuff inspired me to make this. I love the old school. I grew up with the old school Nintendo, Super Nintendo gaming. So I'm making a. It is a parody of those kind of that genre, but also a love letter to it. Yeah. Instead of calling it Dragon Quest, it wouldn't be Dragon Quest 3 because it would be your game. So it could be like Quest for Dragon Tales. Um, or like this, like, yeah, not Dragon Warrior 3, Dragon Quest 3. It could be like, there you go. You can make something like that. Dragon Quest 3 is our world map just shifted over. Ah. You could call it the Dragon Warriors quest. Wait, but because that's so close, I would maybe throw in Mystic. So there you go. Something like that. Just distinct enough. Distinct enough where it's clearly like you can, the inspiration is so there, but the legal distinction is like, it's not that. It's close to that, but it's not. So it's okay. Here, I'm going to go into the game world. So you can see it's just the docks. We got all these different characters hanging out, mischievous fairies. This guy, he says, "There's sand on my boots, in my pants. Sand just gets everywhere. Rough, coarse, irritating. It's enough to make someone want to poison the whole country." So he goes from Anakin Skywalker to Kefka. Maybe I need a shower. You don't know if you'll do that in the future, but you did do something similar with the project that you have on Itch. Cool. You can post it. Okay, the street sign there looks better. So this is the Grand Hotel of Jankville. Another developer got the name, and okay. The Grand Hotel is extremely fancy. 1,000 G for a night, or 5,000 for the suite. There's a difference. The suite includes a kitchenette, a jacuzzi. I have not obviously made these yet. A complimentary bottle of champagne. Yeah. If you complain about the prices, she tells you it's the Grand Hotel. If you can't afford a room here, go sleep in a barn or something. Now please make way for people who have money. So, super swanky hotel. Yes, I'm a doctor. No, I can't help you. I'm on a date with my wife. So we got one character that looks a little out of place, but that's the whole point. Bringing guests to this restaurant is a tricky affair. To see the faces of those who've never eaten like this is quite the experience. Your old map you didn't want to trash, so you filled it in, making it complete, and then added down maps. Did something similar to Dragon Warrior 3's party. Cool. I mean, hey, that's cool. Believe me, free resources are so vital. Free resources is how I was able to add so many of the non-stock versions of characters, and then the character generator that I found that let me make characters with like dark skin, light skin, mess around with all sorts of everything. Yeah, you can post a link. Like, this character is obviously not a stock character. I made her through the character generator I have. Here's the mall. Alright, cool, I got it. I immediately moved the page to the to my other monitor. Okay, here's the mall. This guy's suit of armor is supposed to look like the Jamaican flag, as he has Jamaican heritage. And the customer service manager is a cat. Yes, really. The customer service manager for the mall is a cat. Most of these characters don't have lines yet. Of course he does. Of course. We've all seen Cool Runnings, come on. And if you haven't seen Cool Runnings, like, what the hell's Cool Runnings? Go watch it. I've got a couple of, you know, this is, so my mall is set into 3 parts. Up here at the front, these are your items sellers. They're gonna sell various, you know, trinkets. Some of them will not sell trinkets. Some of them will just have flavor text. This is the food court. Hence the tables and chairs. These two will sell healing items because I got rid of the healing spells, and I'm gonna force people to buy food and eat food to heal. Why? Earthbound. Earthbound is a huge inspiration, so. Slick, however, he's gonna sell chicken. He specifically said, I want to sell chicken. So he will. He's got a chicken shack. These are supposed to be trash cans. You did something similar? Oh, and of course I got plenty of jokes like, you've got mail. Wait, no, it's a dragon. There really is a dragon. My friend Heyo encouraged that one. Ooh, that blast attack did not work. Will Ninja Shock work? Weak. Okay. Okay, that's right. That's a Pierce's defense. Wow. I'm probably gonna die. Because right now I don't have any healing items. Oh, Zanya's out. Oh, they're dead. Whoops. Anyway, yeah, I've got this town. This town is playable in the demo. Yeah, you know, you got talking horses. Oh, the mayor let me have a stick a little closer to viral. Just, that thing got all sorts of stuff like, hey, I found this Rock Band guitar. Put it back. You put it back. So, all sorts of silliness. And I even recently added. Oh gosh, I have to find it. It's Is it in this treasure area? So here in the castle. The chest contains no treasure. The guard will actually tell you that none of these chests contain treasure. Or, what? A mimic? Looks like Fort Knox is empty. Oh, excuse me. Huh? The other treasures? Yeah, I ate some of them. They were delicious. What? You're still here? Look, I'm not an evil mimic. I won't attack you if you promise to leave me alone. Maximum Sharpie. What do you do? Leave the chest alone or call the guard? Alright. Calling security. What seems to be the problem? Well, what's the problem? The chest is a mimic? Where's the restroom? Or nothing? Sorry to bother you. And yes, each of these has, of course, has an answer. Well. The chest goes, stop snitching. Wah! Wait, what? I thought we took care of the mimic problem. I'll have to check it out when my relief gets here. You fools! Why I ought to... I won't let my anger get to me like other mimics. I won't! I won't! I won't! Just get out of here. Go away with you. You blew it, bub. No items for you. That is what happens. That's exactly what happens. See, I have a switch for it if you make it mad. If you leave it alone, it gives you items. If you say any other things, it still gets mad at you. You were playtesting and you forgot you had... Oh no. Also, because I have some mimics in other places, not many, people are like, wait, is this chest real? Yeah, that's a real chest. That thing kicked you... Oh, I have one of those. So remember how how one of the options was where's the restroom? There you go. Potty. Like, I gotta go potty. Okay, go and use the potty then. Right now, there's no, I don't have anything set to potty, but I might put a little event thing that says, use the toilet? Yes, no, like, yes, like the screen will go black and it'll be like, ah, you relieve. Now, speaking of mimics, I'll just go down to the lower level here. So here in the library, where you can read all sorts of things at the bottom, all the real heavy lore is here in the center. This girl's like, there's something weird about the chest in the back of the library. I could have sworn I heard it growling as if it was hungry. And then the savior circle appears where there is danger. Why would there be one in the library? Why? Why indeed? You have this girl saying, hey, the chest sounds hungry. There's a savior circle. Oh, edit docs. Don't open me. Leave me alone. If you and if you open the stupid chest, it's actually a boss. You can beat this boss, but it is intentionally difficult. The mimic is the night guard. With proper grinding, you can win at level 10. I would say try to come back later. That's the whole point of it. He's out. And yet it has a lot of health. It's supposed to be a powerful boss. She's dead. You charmed and it cast death on itself? Wow. But that's where I am as far as development. I've got, again, this town's all fleshed out. The cave is all fleshed out. It even tells you of the lava lake. You have that clip on Twitch? Beautiful. So I have a savior circle here. Because this is actually a boss fight. We're not going to go into that right now. But you can talk to him. Eh? Who are you? Oh, gross. Humans, go away. Can't you see I'm praying here? So, Sharpie, one of the funny things that happened... So, this obviously is an island in a lava lake. Okay. You should not be able to fall into the lava. I had someone who somehow found this corner right here. Right here. I had the wrong barrier, and she fell in the lava. I'm like, you're not supposed to fall in the lava. She made her way back here. I'm like, let me fix that. So now you cannot fall in the lava. It's not possible. You can't. I had thought for sure, no, there's no way you can fall in the lava. She found a way to fall in the lava. Thank goodness, because there's all sorts of little bugs. Okay. Take the thing else. One person even found that this guard here, if you talk to him, someone found a spot where they could walk through the wall. Oh no. For this one game I streamed, Everring, fantastic indie RPG. I was trolling there was a sequence where I was trying to go somewhere and the guard kept blocking me. Well, I just kept moving around the guard, and next thing I know, I was basically like, whoops, I'm in an area I'm not supposed to be. And I sent that to the devs, and they're like, how? Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Because I got into an area, not supposed to be in. Anyway, this guard here, what normally happens... Okay, he's moved. Now, normally what happens is people just talk to him. He moves to the side. Beloved Rapture. I have that. I haven't finished it, but I have it. So normally the guard just moves to the side, and what do people do? What do you do? You go in. Well, one person accidentally talked to him again, and I fixed it, but in the demo it's there, where if you talk to him, he moves again, and then you can keep talking to him, and eventually he'll get to the edge here, and he'll just get stuck. You're like, help! I can't go anywhere else! So that's funny. Whoops. Don't need to go in there. Anyway, I have my flying tank. Yeah, I have Beloved Rapture as well. And the fact that it was made in 2003 is impressive. Kind of like, whoa, your game looks nothing like something that would be made in RPG Maker 2003. But he did it. He did it, and that's pretty cool. There's a lot of RPG Maker aspects, like showing pictures and whatnot, that I don't quite understand. And I'm okay with that. I want to be able to make, my first game. And if it has mostly stock stuff, that's fine. All of it, I can learn how to do all that stuff in time. But, hold on. Where's... Oh yeah, Deluge. Yeah. Oh, Beloved Rapture. Yeah. The fact that this was made in 2003 is wild. Absolutely. Absolutely blows my mind that all of this in this engine. I have not finished yeah, Riggy, this just blows my mind that it was made in 2003. He has all the stuff that I'm like, what? Wait, you have a cameo? Cool. NPC. Your number one favorite game of all time. You're on a gravestone. Okay. I mean, hey, that's cool. I have a couple of games where I make cameos, not as my robot, but either as like my real self or my cat or both, or on a gravestone or whatever. Maximum Sharpie says your favorite game is of all time next to Chrono Trigger was Harem RPG Unofficial Remake. There's people can make incredible stuff. Like again, the fact that this was made in 2003, I have no idea how, because I've heard that the show picture and pictures are the way to do like all the amazing things in 2003 here. Me, I'm just working with mostly stock stuff. Yeah, I've played through some of Beloved Rapture. The dev and I follow each other on Blue Sky because hey, it's a cool game. And I have my little sprite maker that I picked up for free. Found it through Steam accidentally. Oh, you can have different colors, different base skins, different, you can have kids, and you can change it up. So you want a green alien looking kid? Okay, sure. So you can have that, or you could go for the let's get rid of the let's get rid of the kid's head, which sounds terrible, but oh, that doesn't fit right. Okay. What the heck? Okay, let's hold on. Reset. Why doesn't that look right anymore? Okay, that looks weird. Yeah. All kids are aliens pretending to be humans. Oh, you're familiar with this one, Maximum Sharpie? Whoops. There we go. That kid, that kid. Now that kid can be the alien. There you go. Now you got your little alien kid. You have your little Martian. I'm gonna stab you. Oh, someone's power level's charging. All right, let's reset this. But I have made some characters using this, and then I got the simple face maker where again you can change skin colors, change a couple of face types here, change the neck thick or thin. Oh, the eyebrows aren't really changing much. Or you could yeah. The beard unfortunately gives you 4 choices. Mustache, Abe Lincoln, other mustache, or stubble. Yeah, that's a bummer. I see you can and different hair. In Envy, you went out looking for generator parts that people made and bought all the. Right on. Abe Lincoln. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I know that reference. I know that reference. I too have seen Robin Hood Men in Tights. But yeah, I have this, and I grabbed it. There are not many resources for 2003, unfortunately. So I grabbed as much as I could, and I will utilize them to the best of my ability, and I'm fine with using mostly stock stuff. One guy who has played the demo said that he would have no objection. Obviously, there's a monetary thing involved, but he would have no objection if I could come up with the money for it to score the game. Oh,
Dragons!
Ale dream, Ale dream, Ale 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 dream. What do we see? What do we see in my stream? It's Ale, Ale, Ale dream. She is here. I'm not gonna scream. I'm gonna say hi. I'm gonna say what's up, and I'm going to drink from my cup full of water because it makes me hydrated. Don't you know you don't want to dehydrated? What? What? I destroyed your ears? That's Leroy Jenkins. Don't fear. I'm just rapping because I'm Robo Rob, and now you know I've got to. I didn't have a rhyme set up for that. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders. Raid. Welcome in, Ali Dream. How are you? How was Laundry Store Simulator? Everyone, go follow Ali Dream if you're not already. She is a fantastic variety streamer. Plays a lot of indie games and all sorts of stuff. Good times, good vibes, and a raid song that you can only get when you raid her. And me, I just gave you a one-of-a-kind robo rap that you will never get again. So I hope you enjoyed it. And for those of you who don't know me, I am the animation voice, RoboRob, voiceover talent, indie game streamer, and developer. Currently working on my own RPG called Mystery of the Sky Temple. And I'm making it in RPG Maker 2003. So, Raiders, if you need to lurk, work, twerk. Wait, what? Anyway, do whatever you gotta do. Appreciate it. Glad you're here. I'm actually not going to be going for much longer. Maybe another 15 minutes. But yeah. And LA, have you seen this yet? Have you seen my world? This is just one of the many towns, by the way, that I'm working on right now. I sent you a clip. Yes, I did. You're in this game. Okay, so this area right here also has no monsters in it. Yes, Ollie Dream, who just raided me. Oops. I'll show everyone where too. And this part of the where I'm fighting is in the demo. Hold on, am I poisoned? No. So here in East Town, in the pub, right here. Right here. Hey, you know what's really cool? Owls. They're so cute and quite a hoot. Yep, that's her. That is Ollie Dream right there in the game. And you can talk to her. And she's having dinner with Mei Xing. Yes, that Mei Xing. Some of you know Mei Xing. World creation takes so long. Sometimes you have to just get away from it to just relax. Yes, I'm a goddess. Normally appear as a human priestess. That's my day job. Now back to getting over this art block. So there's Ale. She's in the game. Just like Fortuna, who like got blasted awake. Fortuna. Sells chamomile tea. Among other things. But this is the world of Mystery of the Sky Temple. Ha ha! Old Fortuna. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. That song. For the longest time, that's one of those songs that you recognize. Like, what is that song? Oh Fortuna. This is the song of angels, or however it goes. Yeah. Old Ford Tuna. Whoops. I've got all these cute little towns, including ones with zombies that are just trapped because they are. We'll go up here and get in the flying tank so that everyone can see what else I've got around here. There's gonna be a town here. You're gonna head to sleep? Oh, hey, no, absolutely. Thank you for the raid, Ale. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Enjoy your sleep. I will probably end up lurking in your next stream or so. And again, everyone, go follow Ale Dream. Great vibes, plays all sorts of games, just fun times. And yeah, this is my world. It's a small RPG world, but that's okay. This is my first ever game that I'm making, so can't have it be too big, too much. The spot of the Great Cracking, where 5,000 years ago the land bridge between northern and southern continents collapsed into the sea. The northern continent eventually sank below the ocean, leaving no trace of the landmass. And that's true, there's nothing left. So the whole idea is, the whole world is the southern continent. As far as the game world. Is there technically, theoretically, more to the game world? Well, to the game world, no. To the world that the game takes place in, I mean, maybe. You do have a port over here. You do have a fancy hotel. And you've got a whole bunch of other stuff, so meh. It's all good. Okay. Where did I want to go back to? Yeah, I was just putting some pieces together in Southtown. I built a smaller hotel and an apartment building. See the barn, yeah, the barn inn. Yeah, the barn inn. Why the heck not? No, I'm gonna actually use this. No, that doesn't look right. How about up here? Too high. Here. Okay, that's gonna be the bar. That's gonna be the inn. Hi, SG. No. Unfortunately, no. It's not fixed. All I have is a workaround. So I asked on Reddit. I asked in the RPG Maker forums. I asked in one of the RPG Maker discords. Nothing. The workaround is simply Alt Escape. Yes, that's it. So watch. By the way, how are you, SG? Good to see you. Good to see you. So if I wanted to, so the mid layers and the decorate. Okay, the first two layers are fine. Like I can put that right there, no problem. That right there, blah blah, wee, fun, whatever. It's the event layer, and only not the event, not just the event layer, but like resources. See, it just went whoop, bye. Alt escape pulls it right back up. So at least I have that, but it is annoying. I've tried so many things like, well, is it a monitor issue? Is it this? Is it that? No idea. It's only been happening since a week ago. So, Alt Escape, that's the only way. That's the only way is Alt Escape to pull it up. Oh well. Yeah. So, that's it. Just have to hit that. Well, who should I put? Should I put a cat, dog? Well, it's supposed to be. It's a barn themed inn, so. Wait, I wonder. Hold on. In my character creator, I have wolves. I have a tiger. I have a chicken. Okay, I do. I have fucking Greedo over here, but I do not have. Okay. Who's in the tall heads? Check the monster heads. No, okay, no, like cows. Okay, closest I have is the Minotaur head. What if? No, that doesn't look right at all. Oh, you can't wear a suit. What? Lame. Oh, the background music. That is it's just DJ Cutman on YouTube. You're not familiar with DJ Cutman SG? Here, I'll. Yeah, that's where Hyrule Cafe 1, 2, and 3 are great. I mean, I love the Legend of Zelda and Final Fantasy have great music. more Legend of more Legend of Zelda. Oh, by the way, for everyone in here, especially if you dabble in game dev or do game dev, there is someone making a maker called Legend Maker, and it looks to set up, or you can build things similar to Link to the Past, and I would totally do that. Did I try? That is the one thing I have not tried. I have not tried reinstalling. Um, Before I do that, I would definitely 100% make sure my files are all backed up. Reinstalling is like 2 minutes. True, true. I just It's just the one thing I've been afraid. I've wanted to see if there was any other thing first. My project folder is not affected by a reinstall. What? That? Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to try that after I end stream. I will do that. I will, after I wrap everything up here. I mean, I mean, it should be where. All right, let me just hit the save. I mean, I've got my documents, RPG Maker, and then I've got. So, technically, does that look right to you? I'm just installing the editor again. Okay, so what I would have to do is close it, uninstall from Steam, and then reinstall from Steam. Yes? Is that what you're suggesting? Yeah, I will back it up to Google Drive first because I'm that paranoid. Okay, so I can copy paste the project. Yeah, I'm going to do that off stream. And I'm actually going to. Maybe it helps, maybe not. I mean, it's worth a try, right? Otherwise, I've just been doing the Alt Escape. Because, I mean. What else, right? Alright, so now I've got just. Yeah, this little spot here. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave that right there for now. We're not gonna worry about building up the exterior. Oops. But this is. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna also go ahead and end stream because it's been almost 3.5 hours. I've got some additional things I have to take care of behind the scenes and whatnot, life stuff, family stuff. But hey, this has been a good stream. Made some progress with all sorts of, the apartments here, the inn, working on the mall, all sorts of little things here and there, showing it all off. I want to say thank you, Ale Dream, for the raid. Very much appreciated. Let's go over here. And I will be streaming again tomorrow night for hopefully the last bit of Gravity Circuit, starting at 7 o'clock Pacific. I have gotten all the power-ups, so I am ready for that one. And with that, let's find ourselves a raid target. It's been a good, productive stream, but now it's time to scream. Wait, what? No, don't scream. All right, let's see who's available for a raid, and then I will catch everyone tomorrow evening. So let's see who we got. And I will also be doing what you recommended. Target acquired. Full deployment. Looks like... Okay. Let's see, I've got one person who's playing RPG Maker, but we raided him recently. One's playing Resident Evil 2, and I think we're going to go raid hit that one. And another person's playing Hollow Knight. Yeah, we're going to go raid Davey Valentine. Yeah, thanks, SG. We're going to go raid Davey Valentine. He is playing Resident Evil 2. So here's the raid message. Copy that. So copy that and paste that. And until then, I'll see everyone tomorrow night for... Oh gosh, there's so much noise in my headphones. Tomorrow night for Gravity Circuit. Hopefully the final boss, because that's what's in the plan. Alright, everyone. Have a great rest of your night, day, whatever it is. Give Davey my love, and be sure to stay animated. Let's get going. Absolutely, Ricky!